in order to find your purpose, you have to know the secret. And the first part of the secret is we all have a purpose. Everything has its place, and you can have it all, but it requires balance. Now, I learned on my journey of purpose a lot from Mayan astrology. My purpose is to bring back the ancient wisdom teachings that were lost during the Inquisition and by the actions of the conquistadors. To bring them back to you, to the people, so we can all benefit. Now, the Inquisition was a time when the state appointed supposed wise people to speak the truth and to deny all other truths, the church and the state, and to persecute those who spoke other truths. But what I've found is that the secret is that we all have our own truth, and we have to follow our truth in order to serve our community. We have to follow our direction. That is purpose. Now, finding your purpose is kind of like making a sacred map for your life. And a map is like a puzzle, but you have to put the pieces together first. That's what purpose is, putting the pieces back together. That's the purpose-finding journey. However, the problem is that we forgot how to live with purpose. In the modern world, we are bombarded with information. We are constantly taking in new information, new puzzle pieces. And the thing about it is, if you're constantly working on trying to fit 20 different puzzle pieces into 5 different puzzles, that's too much for your brain. And so if you keep taking in puzzle pieces, then you're not working on finishing the puzzle. Purpose is about finding something useful to share with the world. You find the beauty, the gift, and you share it with others. That's purpose. And if we want to create something useful, we could look at the stereotype of what is not being useful, what is not living your purpose. Now, that would be something like sitting on the couch, eating chips, and watching television all day. That's where I was a few years ago, until I found the medicine. Now, if we look at that, that means taking in lots of random information without a sense of direction, without consciously choosing what you're watching. You're just taking in a lot of information all day, and you're not turning it into something useful. A few years ago, I was heavily in a gaming addiction. I was living at my mom off of Social Security, and I was constantly distracting myself, distracting my brain from the pain of seeing a broken world and not knowing how to fix it, not knowing how to contribute. Now, maybe you have a 9-to-5 job, you're working hard, you don't recognize this story, but I think you too want to make a contribution to the world that is valuable. You too want to feel that sense of meaning in your life. And so if we want to create something useful, we have to not do what the stereotype did, what I did a few years ago, taking in information, constantly distracting ourselves, because we can't finish the puzzle that way. So in order to find our purpose, we have to work on that puzzle. We have to work with the puzzle pieces we've got until we get something finished. And if you're really working on the puzzle, if you're really integrating the things that you're learning, taking the time for that, what you will find is that you'll notice, oh, but that piece is missing. And then you consciously go out to take in a little bit of information to find another puzzle piece. And because you know what you're looking for, you've seen the gap in the puzzle, so you know what you're looking for. And so you take in a little bit of information, you find another puzzle piece, and stop. When I watch a YouTube video, after 5 minutes, I stop because I've learned something and I integrate it into my puzzle and I think about it for 30 minutes. And so when we can take the time to work with the pieces that we've got, we can start to finish a puzzle. You see, purpose is not about this one thing that you reach, and once you've found the thing, now you can live it. It's not that simple, unfortunately. Purpose is constantly finding new pieces of value and sharing it with others. Purpose is taking the value that you have, taking the skills, the talents that you have, cultivating them, working on them, cultivating your medicine, and sharing that value with others. And so what we have to do is we have to find the puzzle pieces and put them together into something useful. Once we've found something useful, share it with the world. That's purpose. And for that, like I said, we have to stop taking in so much information. That's the first step. You see, our ancestors lived in small villages, and there were a few problems, local problems that we were trying to fix together. But if you're watching the news, watching the world's problems every day, you're working on 50 different problems every day. And that's how you never get anything fixed. So if you want to find your purpose, stop taking in more info, work with what you've got, and you can create something beautiful and share it. Share it when it's beautiful. And on that note, have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time.